Cedric, you had a massive game. 16 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, a sack. I mean, what was working for you personally on defense?
I think, sometimes some games, a lot of opportunities just kind of come your way. And I think that's kind of what happened, today's game. A lot of opportunities came my way, and I just tried to take advantage of them.
What kind of adjustments did you all try to make in the second half? What was kind of the focus coming out of halftime, Joe?
Yeah, I think the biggest adjustment we were trying to make, they were running like a split outside zone kind of play early on in the game that was kind of getting some good running yards. So we kind of made some adjustments to that and kind of really paralyzed their run game in the second half, which made it more of a throwing game. And, we knew we just had to cover their receivers and keep the quarterback from running all over the place, and we knew we would be fine.
What were they doing that was giving you all trouble? You can go to it a little bit more.
As far as what? Yeah. So, basically what they were doing is, so they're splitting the tight end across the formation and taking a massive outside zone. In most defenses, your linebackers have to move with the tight end. So what they were doing was basically making our safeties fit the backside A gap. And then on top of that, the receiver sometimes might have cracked the safety, so you had to make the corner tackle. So that's kind of what they were doing early on in the game.
You guys have been pretty depleted up front the last couple of weeks. How much of the first half was just kind of working through that with some different guys getting more reps than usual?
I don't think it really had much to do with that anyway. I think it was just, like I said, the big split zone play. But not also that. They kind of went to some tempo that I don't think we were necessarily ready for early on in the game, too. I could definitely point to a few plays where we weren't even set or lined up yet, and they hiked the ball. So that's probably a lot of, where their run yardage came in the first half.
Were they changing that up on actual drives where they'd huddle a little bit and then do a little tempo? Is that kind of what they're going?
Yeah, they were doing a little bit of huddle, a little bit of tempo.
Cedric, don't want to bring up the past, but the last time you played in this stadium, it was the fake punt, 4th down, and you dove and almost had the tackle in the game. Yep. I guess, you have the career game, 16 tackles, you get the assist on the pick, you get the only sack today. Do you take this game personally, I guess, coming into it, kind of to get right from that moment that you had your freshman year?
Yeah, it's funny that you said that because that was definitely in the back of my head coming into here. But, I wake up every, game day morning like, let's have a day, and I really didn't treat this game any different. But it definitely was in the back of my head. It's funny that you realize that. A lot of people don't know about anything from my freshman year, so at least for me personally, because I didn't play much. But yeah, that was definitely in the back of my head.
Mack Brown earlier called you the best player on the defense. Storm Duck called you a dog. How would you describe your play out there and how important you are to this defense?
Yeah, I think Storm hit it right on the head. I try to come out here and play with a dog mentality. Every play, every down, give it all I got. Not only that, but I take a lot of pride in being an intelligent player too. And kind of knowing what's going on out there, how they're trying to attack us. And I think that helps me, make plays.
You just said that you wake up on game day saying, let's have a day. Aside from winning and racking up some stats, what does let's have a day mean for you on the field?
I guess I think the main thing is, just be the best version of myself so I can help this team win games. And, ultimately at the end of the day, the goal is to win games. So me just trying to be my best self, giving, all I got to the team. If I got to make every tackle, then, that's just what I got to do. So it's just, I just wake up like, let's go, let's get ready to. You have to wake up every day, especially on game day that way, or, you might come out there a little bit slow. So you got to get that motor going.
You mentioned Storm Duck there. Have you seen a little change in him in the last couple of games in terms of his mentality and his play has gotten? He made some big plays the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, I think, overall the whole secondary, these past few games have definitely improved a lot in my opinion. I think Storm's been playing some great football. I think he's, finally kind of settled back in and really gotten comfortable, and I think it's kind of showing.
So what Taylor said to you guys before the start of the game? Max said he told the coaches to get out, and he said, Noah, get them ready. Like, take us in there a little bit.
Yeah, so surprisingly, he really didn't make it much personal. He actually told everybody to close their eyes and think of the reason of why you play football. And we all did that, took a second, thought about why we played football, and then he kind of went on to say, you know, hey, play for whatever that why is today. Give it all you got for that why is today. And that was basically kind of his message.
What's your reason why?
My reason is definitely my family, for sure. Particularly my mom and my oldest brother. Growing up, it was just us three. So they're definitely like my biggest inspiration, my biggest why for sure.
How long did he talk for?
I'd say about 2-3 minutes.
Sounds like pretty cool stuff. Is that one of the better pregame speeches, inspiration speeches you've heard?
It was definitely, I think the way he attacked it was different. You know, a lot of people might choose to, you know, go in there and scream and yell and get everybody hyped. I kind of liked his, you know, calm but very impactful approach.
Firm.
Yeah.